Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Butterflies Poison. Did you have a great time last time? I had a great time last time. Um, so we got Kyoko's first ending. It's not really her ending, I guess technically. It's really more like it was more of the truth ending, like a normal ending, but I guess it's considered her anyway, it's not really her ending, but whatever. Whatever, guys. Whatever. Anyway, so we did that. We got the truth ending. We found out Majima's our brother. Oh no, like we didn't know that one. I mean, I didn't know at first. I mean, okay, at first they made it obvious, like he's the murderer. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, but you didn't know why, and then all of a sudden, incest. I mean, they haven't straight up told us or admitted yet that Majima is the product of our mother and her brother having a love affair. But I mean, come on, come on. So, um, I would think that's why, because like, hi, just your mother giving birth to you out of wedlock and then giving you up for adoption, like that wouldn't make you enough to call yourself vile and filthy. You're filthy because you're the product of your mother and her brother banging. You know what I mean? Like, not just because your mother, like, slept with someone before she got married. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know it's like it's not quite the 1920s, but still, you know? But anyway, so we're gonna do the bad endings, I guess, or the wrong endings this time. So we're gonna choose them all. So we're gonna go to Mizuhito's room, see what happens. Oh, what is it? It's a bit late, isn't it? Mizuhito raises his eyebrows, clearly not expecting Spacey to knock on his door at this hour. But she can't even shake the feeling that her brother's pretending to look surprised right now. Are we going to accuse Mizuhito? Is that what it was? You killed our parents, didn't you? And he's like, wait, what? You did it, right, brother? And did what? Don't play dumb. Spacey herself couldn't believe it at first. She didn't want to believe it. This is the answer. This is really it. Her brother is the murderer. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. So you're guilty? You exposed me. I didn't exactly foresee this outcome. Mizuhito scratches his head and looks awkward. It's not what we think. He's going to be like, yes, I am working as a male prostitute. You're right. I have been selling our mother's kimono, little by little, to cover my drinking expenses. Or that. Huh? I guess this is why you've been in such a bad mood lately. I didn't think you'd notice, honestly. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Why did she think her brother was the culprit again? She's getting confused. Looks like her conjecture is wrong. It's fine. Huh? Hey, you're not even going to scold me. Do you want me to spank you and tell you you're a bad boy? And I'm sorry, wait, right. We're not doing that kind of kink with him in this. No, I'm a little tired. I think I'm just going to go back to my room. Oh, okay. You must be tired from the trip. Rest well. Her brother wishes her goodnight, blissfully unaware of the messy thoughts inside Spacey's head. Could you imagine if we were like, you murdered our parents? He's like, they're not my parents, they're your parents, and I didn't murder them. So much for the long train ride to that villa. Now she doesn't know what's right and wrong anymore. Just who is the one behind the murders? She doesn't understand. She can't even begin to guess who the culprit might be. Like her brain has given up on thinking. Perhaps she's far more exhausted than she thought. I can't think anymore. Not tonight. I'll resume my analysis tomorrow. Casey sighs. Majima's gonna blow up the house tonight, isn't he? Getting a good sleep tonight and waking up feeling refreshed tomorrow sounds like a good idea. Doesn't it always sound like a good idea? Doesn't always work out. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm gonna get a good night's sleep, and then you're like, I'm awake, it's 2 a.m., what's happening? She shakes off the hopelessness of having run into a proverbial dead end, and she's decided to stop thinking about the case for the day. She'll take a bath and sleep. Tonight's been such a productive day. She can't let her progress today go to waste, Spacey muses to herself. For that purpose, she needs to rest her brain and start anew. was like, is it fading to black? Is it going to be an explosion? Final chapter. I wonder if the final chapter is the same on each one of the bad endings. Oh, I think it is. I think it is. I scrolled back up because I was like, I don't need to be at the other end. Yes. Good night, bad end. So the ending's going to be the same, so that's fine. That night, the human night, the one that isn't exactly pleasant to sleep in, and Spacey's consciousness floats over the boundary between dream and reality. She's at the Ishikawa villa that she visited today. Spacey seems to have returned to the days when she was a young girl. She's running around gleefully at the beautiful French garden with someone. Brother, wait up! She shouts loudly in between her own giggles. Her older brother... Wait. The older brother she's playing with isn't Mizuhito. Who is this boy? She tries to stare hard at the boy. She really does. She can't see his face. Eventually, they both grow exhausted from playing. They lie down on the beautifully trimmed green lawn. Two beautiful butterflies are flitting over the two of them. Heavens, this garden is as gorgeous as paradise. Spacey and her brother start to doze off under the bright sunlight. This garden is beautiful, and that's where love blossoms. Till she senses a shadow looming over her face. Is her brother going to play a prank on her? Spacey inwardly giggles and keeps her eyelids shut in anticipation. And then her brother's breath fans the tip of her nose. Good night. She feels a gentle sensation on her lips. Oh, I know this voice. It all dawns on Spacey at that moment, because it's Majima. Alas, it's him all along. She's finally figured it out. But if you don't get the right answer, then you don't know who him is, right? However, Spacey doesn't say his name out loud, because she's fallen into an eternal sleep. We didn't confront him, so he kills us. Figured. Aye, so we did. Alright. Next one. It's the same ending each time, but we'll still see the little things, so that's okay. This is gonna be a short part, but it's aight. My lady, what are you doing here? Vegeta's shocked to see Spacey in the parlor, because usually she goes back to her own room after dinner. We're gonna accuse everyone? It's fun. The phone is probably calling. Well, no. Oh, didn't it? There wasn't one saying Hideo's house, so the phone is probably Shiba. I need to talk to you, Vegeta. Are you hungry? I can prepare something right away. Vegeta lifts his hand, ready to fish some kind of sweets out of his pocket. Spacey quickly interrupts. Oh, no! I'm not here to ask for food. Right. Well then, what is it? I'm here to talk about you. About me? His expression remains blank. He doesn't even appear particularly startled or disturbed. Spacey knows better. She's come here with a conviction. Vegeta barely talks about himself. Isn't it because there's something about his birth and origin that he wishes to keep hidden? I mean, kinda, yeah, but not what we're thinking. What do you think about your parents? Pardon? About my parents? Do you hate them? I don't know. My father lives in England and I've never met him. Oops. Excuse me? Could she have forgotten? How Spacey could have forgotten one huge detail. Right. We're like, about your parents? Who were brother and sister? He's like, my father was a white dude. Girl? But Vegeta has the blood of a foreigner in his veins. He can't be your mother's secret child. Am I an idiot? My lady, what's going on? No, nothing. Everything's fine. Sorry for asking something so strange. No, I don't mind. Would you like some candy? No, I'm good. I'm just going to go back to my room. Very well. Vegeta says in his usual matter-of-factly and monotonous voice as Spacey crosses the parlor without really paying attention to anything anymore. What was she thinking? How did she arrive at the conclusion that Vegeta was the murderer? She doesn't even know the answer to those questions. I love how the game is like, am I an idiot? Like, are you an idiot? Yeah, so funny. Good. Doing each one is a good idea. Yes. Oh, right. Okay, the house of the Ozaki family. Okay, and then Well, this is shocking. What are you doing here? Having arrived in front of the house of the Ozaki family, Spacey's greeted by a very confused Hideo. This part's going to be like literally 15 minutes. Because we're going to get through this, and then we're going to do the Shiba one, and then that's basically it. You'll be lucky if it hits 20 minutes. So, extremely short part, but I'm really fucking hungry right now. So not going to bother me in the slightest. Anyway. Spacey stares at the face of her childhood friend and feels a pang in her heart. Hideo, no, I wish I didn't have to come here to say this. What on earth are you talking about? Hideo seems to be genuinely puzzled. But that's just an act. Hideo is actually a cruel man. Why did you do that? Did you not hear me? I have no idea what you're talking about. Stop playing dumb! Hideo, you did it to avenge... A thought crosses Spacey's mind, and she pauses. Avenge what? What kind of grudge does Hideo even have? He's the first son of the respectable Ozaki family. What kind of problem could he possibly have with the Nomiya family? So, according to you, I did whatever it is to avenge what? No, actually, Huh. Cat got your tongue? Something like that. I think I made a wrong guess. Sorry about that. She has no choice but to own up to her mistake and apologize. Hideo glares down at Spacey, who can't hide how awkward she feels, with an incredulous look on his face. Are you sure it's just a wrong guess? Yes, I'd like to think so. Right. So what are you going to do? You want to come in? Oh, no, I think I'm going home. Okay. I guess I should drive you home. Without letting Spacey reject his offer, Hideo asks her to get on the car of the Ozaki family. What did she come here for again? The murderer isn't Hideo. And who is it? The jumble of thoughts in Spacey's head gets even worse as she sways in her seat, thanks to Hideo's somewhat rough driving. So funny. I like how everything's like, wait, no wait. Am I dumb? And the game makes you as like, are you dumb? Did you really like? Kind of fucking great. All right, the telephone. Let's yell at Shiba. You know, it's perfect that we're ending on like yelling at Shiba and blaming Shiba, because then we can use the Shiba CG that we got earlier, well, in the last part, and you know, and that'll be our end CG for this. So, you know, but literally shortest part ever. Hello. Oh, you have no idea how happy I am right now. You actually invited me over. That's right. Spacey dialed the number of Shiba's company that she'd received before. She actually went through the trouble to pick up the phone and call the man to meet up. She said as long as they could meet, the location didn't matter, but Shiba took it upon himself to come to the manor. Thank you for coming, Shiba, but, you're not gonna like what I'm about to tell you. Oh? And what is it that you want to tell me? I figured it out. I managed to identify the source of this family's misfortunes. What? Oh, I know where this is going. She's tried to avoid confronting Shiba directly right off the bat on purpose, but Shiba shrugs in an exaggerated manner. Finally gonna flat out tell me you won't marry me, right? Well, let me advise you against that. You can't make hasty decisions. What? No! This isn't about that! Huh? Not? Oh, I get it. Have you decided that marrying me doesn't sound like a bad idea? At long last? We're like, wait, what? Wow, that's great. I'm so happy. And you said I wasn't gonna like this conversation. My lady, you need to be more honest with your feelings. What? No, you're wrong. If you agree to marry me, I want us to get married as soon as possible. Personally think we should hold the ceremony at the Teikoku Hotel. No, wait. A luxurious cruise actually sounds 1,000 times better. What the? You're just unbelievable. Enough. Go home. Please go home. Huh? But I came all the way here. It's fine. I don't think we're even speaking the same language. I get it already. I made a mistake with my hypothesis, so go home. Baffled by the turn of events, Spacey hurriedly forces Shiba to leave the manor before she could get carried away by his characteristic coercive way of getting things done according to his will. I think it's so funny. Alright, so anyway, and then all of a sudden you're like, and then I was married to Shiba. Like, oh, what happened when you guys got married? So I called him over for something and I can't quite, and then all of a sudden he was talking to me and about marriage, and then we ended up married, and I don't remember. I don't even fucking know. I don't even know. I'm just married to the man, and I don't know how it happened. I'm just as confused as anyone else. Like when people are like, "What did you do?" and you're like, "I don't know." Despite his flurry of mumbled complaints, Shiva makes sure to tell her he'll come here again. While seeing the man off, Spacey glares at his defiant back and listens to her intuition. Not him. He's not the murderer. Why did she think Shiva was the culprit again? At this point, Spacey isn't even sure she can answer that question. I feel like anytime Shiva's around, you can't answer any question coherently. Well, there you go. Who is the one behind the murders? And then he kills us, and we're dead, and there you go. That was all the endings. Definitely worth doing. You know, we're gonna go to Shiva. And we're gonna here you go. We'll get to look at this CG. So that's cool. Shiva's little CG that's really cute gets to be seen because we don't have any other ones. You know what I mean? So hopefully Kyoko's route unlocks. I'm trying to look at what the difference is. We say pick no one, plead, go. Oh, we'd go to the party this time. I'm trying to look at the difference. But we do the exact same, only a few choices. I don't know how the hell we're gonna know we're in her route because second floor choice doesn't matter on the finding the journal. So we're doing that same thing, and then we just don't have the choice of something happening at the villa or whatnot. So a lot of it's going to be skipping. So I don't know, but well, we'll see. Hopefully we get her route because I don't want to have to come back after we do Majima. You know what I mean? I want her route to unlock, but we'll see what happens. So if the next part is us going into Kyoko's route, then I'm going to assume we unlocked it. You know? Although, because I'm pretty sure every choice that we make in her route is a choice that we've already made, so it's not going to be anything new. So it's not like if for some reason I go through, try to record it, and her route doesn't unlock, when we come back to do it again, you know what I mean? It's not going to be like there's anything. You'll not have missed anything. It'll be choices we've already made. So that should be good, but yeah. But we'll see. Look at that. We made it to like 18 minutes, so short part, but it is what it is. And we will start Kyoko's actual, I guess, route, her ending anyway, in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.